This is group 5 and we decided to do our recommender system on a movie selector. We decided to do this because choosing movies is very hard because there are so many movies in the world. Our system helps narrow down the selection of movies so that you don't get so frustrated when trying to choose one. It gives a lot of detail about every movie to help with the final decision on what to watch. For the data descriptions, the first variable is of course the name of the movie, and the second is also the genre of the movie. Then you can see if the movie is animated or not. You also can see if the movie is on Netflix, and this is a very helpful variable if all you have in front of you is Netflix and you don't feel like leaving the house or buying a movie. You can also see if the movie is part of a series, which is great when you don't want to sit down and watch 3 movies, or if you do want to sit down and watch 3 movies in a row. It shows when the movie was made, and this is helpful if you're trying to watch a movie that's older, or maybe you want to watch one that's brand new. The gender of the main character of the movie is shown, so if you're a girl and you want to watch another girl be the lead in a movie, this is a great option for you. It shows how many Oscars the movie has won, if it has won any. Some people want to watch all the movies that have gotten so many Oscars, and so this will help you pick out which ones have and which ones have not. It also shows the rating of the movie, so if you're trying to watch with someone young, you can select the PG ones, or if you don't care who you're watching it with, you can select the R-rated ones. It also shows the rating from Rotten Tomatoes, the successful movie review company, and it is done by percentages. If Rotten Tomatoes has given it 0% to 25%, it shows a 1 in the column. If it's given it 26% to 50%, it's given a 2. If it shows 51% to 75%, then it's a 3. And if they've said 76% to 100%, then it is given a 4. So for our data, for the movies column, we randomly selected 25 of the top 100 box office movies. And then in the genre column, it shows obviously what kind of genre each one is, but some of them are the same, some of them are different, and some of them have mixed genres, but a lot of the ones that have mixed genres have similar mixed genres to other movies such as Star Wars, Avatar, Black Panther, The Avengers. Then the next column is if someone is looking for an animated movie or not. There's some of both. And then same with the Netflix column and the series column. There's a little bit of both. And then for the year column, there's not many movies that are the same year, but there's some that are in the same general area of each other. The gender of the main actor column is also an option for someone, but there's also a both option because some movies there's 2 main characters instead of just one, and it's a male and a female. Then for the Oscars column, some movies did not win any Oscars. However, they did get rated a 4 by Rotten Tomatoes, so that does not necessarily mean they're bad movies if they didn't win an Oscar. And then of course the age rating column, which is very important depending on who you're watching it with. For the demonstration, let's say I'm babysitting a 5-year-old kid and want to find a movie to watch with them. So I'm thinking that I'm babysitting a girl, so I would want to watch maybe a movie that has fantasy. And then we could go to the animation, and I would assume that since they're 5, they would want it to be animated. It doesn't really matter if it's on Netflix, so we won't change that. It doesn't really matter if it's a series. For age, it cannot be PG-13 and it cannot be R. As you can see, nothing changed over here when I clicked that though. probably because they're animated movies. For the year, it doesn't really matter. I would probably say that we would want to watch something that is later in the 2000s because that could relate more to them. And then for gender of the actress, since I'm with a girl, I wanted to be a female. And there we go. We have chosen one because she definitely doesn't matter if they've won an Oscar, and the percent rating definitely doesn't matter to a 5-year-old kid. So as you could see, when I was changing all of these things, different ones came up. And since we've narrowed down our search, we found the perfect movie for our 5-year-old girl, which is Frozen. This helped a lot because I definitely get frustrated when I'm trying to pick a movie, and I don't want to get frustrated in front of a 5-year-old girl, so this really helps to choose a movie for someone.